Hello and welcome again to the RoundBall. My name is Eldon.
And I'm Joel.
And on this channel, we'll talk about the highlights of the football world and whatever happened in between. So let's get into it.
Let's go. Alright, now we will start with the highlights of the English Premier League. So firstly, we'll start with basically how nobody wants the top four. What are your thoughts on that?
Nobody wants the top four. Everyone's dropping points.
Exactly.
Doesn't anyone want to qualify for Champions League?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure. I mean, this season I don't know. Like, cause everyone's like, it's like they don't want to qualify.
Yeah, definitely Champions League qualification is going to come down to the wire. It's going to come down to the last day.
Yeah.
Because look at this. Chelsea has dropped points with Brighton. Liverpool dropped points with Leeds. They dropped points. Arsenal's been dropping points.
Exactly.
I mean, Leicester, I feel like they're slipping too. What do you think?
I don't know. I think they will pick up form. I think because as you can see, they beat West Brom pretty convincingly. So I think they'll do well.
I think United's good. I mean,
No, but I think United
too
and City,
far, right?
I think Man United and Man City are guaranteed for the top two positions.
yeah, exactly. And West Ham. West Ham are real strong contenders for Champions League, don't you think?
But to be fair though, West Ham just lost out against Chelsea, so I think that will really hit and it will really hurt their top four chances.
Yep. I feel Everton have a good chance as well because they have a game in hand. What do you think?
I think Liverpool are starting to slip now. I think Everton. I think the highest position they can go to is probably around sixth place if they are really lucky, or
Yeah.
if they perform really well. I think they will go fifth.
Well-
but I don't think they're going to be top four.
Because if you look at it, Leicester, Chelsea, they've got cup games that they are involved in, so
That's
they
true,
could
that
be
is true.
focusing on those games. Especially Chelsea, if they win the Champions League, then that would guarantee Champions League qualification for the next season.
I think Chelsea will focus on the Premier League in terms of top four, because even if they don't win the Champions League, which is probably a more realistic outcome, they can rely on the Premier League and they will be able to sustain a Champions League spot for next season.
And Leicester, obviously, in the cup final after a really long time, so they might be looking at that as a really good opportunity to win trophies. So that could be a reason why they're not so focused on the Premier League. And then if you look at the other clubs, you've got City, United, Chelsea, Liverpool and Spurs. Their performances could be because of everything that's happening around them.
Yeah, that's
the
true.
protests, the Super League and all of that.
It will affect them. It will definitely affect them.
Definitely, that could play a part, especially being in players' heads. So, it's really going to be interesting to see, because we are sure it's going to come down to the last game. It's going to come down to Matchweek 38 to see who qualifies for Champions League.
I just think that now the likes of Tottenham, West Ham, they are going to start to chase now, because Leicester and Chelsea are going to have some pretty difficult matches coming up for them.
Exactly. In another big news of the football world, the English FA has announced that they'll be boycotting all social media platforms, and some of the clubs have also decided to follow suit.
Yep.
And boycott the social media platforms as well, which means that they won't be on it. What do you think, Joel? Do you think this is an effective way of getting people to stop all this racial abuse and all of that nonsense?
Well, in a way, I think it is, because if they are not on these big social media platforms, people won't have something to target. For example, like how Leno got targeted with like suicidal comments and all these bad things. But if they are not on there, they won't be able to get affected by it, which I think is a good way for them to eliminate all these problems. And I also think it will be another good way to let the social media platforms know that this is the issue, this is a real issue, and hopefully they will start, changing things up without these big, accounts on these platforms to support them.
Well, I agree with that, but the thing is, they're only going to be off of it for some time, and then they're going to come back. So, don't you think when they come back, it's going to start again? Because I don't think they would. I think they'll be a bit more cautious.
I think what they're trying to do is, I think they're gonna, they're gonna try to change it. They want the social media platforms to change it. So by the time they do come back, I think they're gonna ask the platforms to, if it's safe to come back or if there are any changes. Because if they come
I
back
see what
too
you
fast,
mean.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly. So they want them to make changes. For example, make ban all these people who say all these kind of bad things. make sure to filter the comments,
Okay,
I mean,
yes.
you can give them
Then that would make more sense.
positive criticism.
Yeah.
I mean like constructive criticism.
But then,
don't give them outright abuse,
yeah, racial slurs and all of
It's
that is
not
bad.
good. It's just not good.
Anywhere for that matter is bad.
Exactly.
Right. So I think it's good that they're taking a step towards this, and I hope it works. I hope it's effective.
I also really hope it does work. Alright, so now we're gonna talk about the Golden Boot. So the Golden Boot reads on the top, Harry Kane with 21 goals, and who's second?
Mohamed Salah with 20 goals, and Bruno Fernandes I think is quite far.
It's quite far. I think the top two, there will be contenders, but after the top two, it's a little bit tough. With third, Bruno Fernandes with 16 goals, and Heung-min Son with 15 goals, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Patrick Bamford with both 14 goals.
Okay, my money's on Kane. What about you?
My money's on... Because Kane at the moment, he's scoring many goals, so I think he might edge it, but I think if Salah goes for it, I think it might be Salah. So I think I'll go for Salah. I'll go Salah.
Okay, so my money's on Kane, he's on Salah. You can leave your comments down below on who you think is going to win the Golden Boot for this season. So next, we're talking about the Copa del Rey and the legendary Beardless Messi. Right.
Yep. So guys, if you don't know what Beardless Messi is a legend. He's an icon. He's the GOAT.
Because when Messi didn't have a beard, he won everything there is to win, except the World Cup obviously. But he got to a final and then lost it. But still, his Beardless Messi is better than bearded Messi.
Exactly.
You see, we're men of science.
Yes.
But when it comes to football, superstition is science.
Yep.
Yes.
And also, Barcelona won the Copa del Rey after he shaved his beard.
Yep.
So yeah,
Another
it is
good
proven,
omen.
it's scientifically proven that
It is scientific, it
he's
is
amazing.
hypothetical, archaeological, it's
Everything.
all true. Astronomical, you better believe us. When it comes to football, it's that way. If we don't wear our favorite t-shirt, then there's no chance of our team winning.
Correct.
In other good news, the European Super League is dead.
Gone in the ground.
Buried. Okay, but according to Florentino Perez, the owner of Real Madrid and the chairman of,
The Super League.
he claims that the Super League is not dead.
Yeah. Of course, he'll claim that.
Yeah. But who cares? Even if it resurrects, we, the fans, will be there to protest it.
Yeah, but that's all the way. Because right now, all the top 6 clubs and they're trying to protest to their chairmen, their owners, because they have like broken their trust with the fans right now. Because why would you start your own Super League?
Yep. If they've done it once, then
Yeah.
who says that it can't happen again?
Exactly. And you notice how fast they pulled out of the league?
Exactly.
Like, so quick. So I mean, they're scared of the fans almost. Like that.
Yeah. So the fans do have a say. The fans do have their voices heard. So I don't think even if he claims that it's not dead, it's gonna come back. I think the fans will,
I think
at the end of the day, have their say. So with all the protests going around, it's good to see that we're taking a stand against this.
And at the end of the day, the fans are the most important thing in football. Without the fans, football won't be able to go. So yeah,
That was a good quote. That was a good saying. Did you steal it from someone?
I have no idea. And that wraps up the highlights of this footballing week.
Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit on the notification bell to keep in touch with our newest videos.
And also don't forget to leave a comment down below on what is your favorite Beardless Messi moment. I've been Joel.
And I've been Eldon, and we are the RoundBall.